Good afternoon, welcome back to Linnets TV with me, Sam Phillips. I'm joined by Run Manager Calum McIntyre. Cal, thanks for joining us. Great performance, but a disappointing 2-1 defeat to Workington. How do you feel?
Address the result. Disappointed to lose a game of football, and we've established a mentality in the dressing room right the way through our team and our group that's how we will feel when we lose a game, whether that is against Conference North High Flyers Gateshead in the FA Cup or against the side that are threatening to run away at the top of the table, Workington, who we've pushed right the way through. So really disappointed to lose at home for only the second time this season in the league, but really pleased with our performance. I think the pleasure in our performance probably increases the frustration at the manner in which we've lost. So a real 50-50 game. Feel for both sets of players that there is a lot of talent on show in either side. They're a good team. They should be a good team, and they rightly are at the end of the league and where they deserve to be based on their talent. We have to reflect on what a game it might have been between two good sides, but instead both sides had to find a way and plug away. Don't think we quite did enough with the win for the first 20-25 minutes to build some pressure. Thought we overcame it and finished the half quite strongly. In the second half we had half chances, as many chances as they have had, but the goals are errors in decision making. So if you think about the first goal, we have a free kick in the build up, and I think we have wrong takers, players in wrong positions, and that's a bit of game management that then 20 to 30 seconds later we're on the back foot defending and the ball is in the back of our net because we become disorganised and a lack of structure. And I think then with the second goal, it's a mistake, isn't it, and the penalty comes as a result of the mistake. That's killing us at the moment, those mistakes that we've got to find a way to iron them out. I've got to find a way to iron them out, because it's not through the want to try from the players, it isn't through a lack of effort, it isn't through a lack of quality, it's just refining certain things and realising that there are consequences to mistakes, and if we're going to make those individual ones or those collective structural mistakes, we'll be punished. So that is a real source of frustration and adds to the disappointment, but you do have to reflect really positively on a performance and again showing a lot of character and a lot of belief that we've got a Workington team. Their assistant manager has just apologised for some of the things he might have said on the line, because at 2-0 he made some comments that were poor, really poor, that a side of their standing shouldn't really make. And when it went 2-1 he went a little bit quieter, and he's certainly apologised afterwards. And I think that shows how far we've come over the course of the season, that we are pushing a Workington side that we have so much respect for, and their quality is there for everyone to see in terms of their players. We've pushed them right the way, and it's a really tight game. The frustration is, stay in the game for long enough, you might get something. If one of those two mistakes doesn't happen, perhaps reflecting on a point. So really pleased about the performance, but recognising that we have to do better in some of those moments if we want to take more than 0 points in those games.
As I say, positives in the performance. Another big positive, Eden Gumbs back on the field after that lengthy injury. It must be good to have a player of his calibre back. Yeah,
he gives you a real physical presence, a real outball to some extent, and he's workmanlike. He's a left-sider as well, which will help us at the top end of the pitch. So great to get him out there. We did that tactically. I thought Lewis Doyle was great in the first half. We felt we could restrict them in the centre of the pitch, so we went with the 4 centre midfielders, 3 sitters that were able to slide across. When you look at the wind and the fact that they were going to play with it, we felt we couldn't necessarily concede the full-back areas so obviously, so we felt we needed to get an extra forward on to have Lloyd Marshew's occupying the right side, Eden Gumbs occupying the left side, just to try and get a little bit of pressure on their full-backs earlier. And we did that, and we did well. And look, we've had some ball in decent areas. Stuff hasn't quite dropped for us, so yeah, that's one of the positives today.
Yeah, well, we take those positives back on the road now against Stratford next week. So enjoy your week on those pitches then.